My name is Lein Walseth, and I am one of the core artistic group members of Full Circle Theater. I love it. It's been really amazing. Rick and Martha asked me to be a part of it back about three and a half years ago or so when they were going to start. And I thought, yeah, absolutely. And it's just been, it's been an amazing ride. Well, I've known Rick and Martha for over 20 years and have worked with them in many capacities, and I know them to be wonderful people, full of, decades of experience, and as I like to say, zero ego. So it makes it working with them so fun because you have the freedom to play, to create without fear of reproach or alienation, and it's just such a warm, creative, welcoming environment. And also they're go-getters. They get stuff done. So you have an idea and they're on it and they make it happen. And I think I work best in that team environment. So I had this title once at a job that I loved. It was kind of crazy, but it was actionizer. And I actually love it because I think that describes who I am and what I do. I can see the vision, but then sort of taking it from that step A and getting to Z, making it a reality. So I love doing that. I think I bring a versatility of skills, and that's been one of the beauties of the company, is to be able to act, direct, dramaturg, playwright. I'd never written a play before, and so to get to experience new avenues and to have people say, yeah, you can do it, go for it, is just such a joy and a pleasure. And I also think I'm coming out of academia. So I finished my PhD in theater in 2014 and spent the bulk of that time working with theaters of color, researching on theaters of color and institutional politics of relationships between theaters of color and mainstream theater companies. So I've been kind of in that theory world for a while and in that academic realm, teaching and researching. So I think I bring a good background set of knowledge to it, and I'm excited to jump back into the artistry of it as well. Having so much fun. Yeah. It's incredible. You should see the meetings. I mean, just like when you were just sitting and chatting with folks, I mean, that's how every meeting is. We dig into it. It's passionate. We're talking, we're laughing, we're eating, and you leave and it's just this amazing high. I get home and I feel so good. What's that about? And it's just phenomenal to be around this group of people that are all so incredible and all just bringing their heart and soul, laying it bare, being together and supporting each other. I've never been a part of anything exactly like it. It just keeps getting better. It really does. I think as a company, we have grown stronger. We get to know each other better in each instance. And there have been moments where it's been hard and we didn't know, okay, are we going to hang together? Is this going to work? And we did, and we were able to work through it and move through it, and I think grow closer and learn what we want to do and what we don't want to do in the future in order to kind of keep that cohesiveness. But everybody is really dedicated to the mission, and I think we've become really dedicated to each other. And so it's really beautiful. It just continues to grow, and I think, the conversations I have with each person individually after our meetings or before, and wherever it may be backstage and working on one of the productions, everybody's just really invested and passionate. And so it's exciting. It's really exciting to think about and see what's going to come next. There's a lot of talk about equity, diversity, and inclusion, EDI work, right? And we knew that we had the diversity piece. Obviously, we're a multiracial company. We're also intentionally multi-generational, which I think is interesting and doesn't always happen. I think oftentimes when people create companies, it's kind of with, a group of recent college grads or a group of people that have known each other through training programs. But, we have people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and up. We have people that have gone through all different kinds of training. So people with different abilities, physical ability and disability, different religions, you name it. So we knew that we had that diversity piece. The inclusion piece, I think, comes in many ways, but I think we each bring our own networks and people to the table, and Rick and Martha are always so kind and generous and hospitable in opening their home and making sure that people feel like family, and I think that's wonderful and beautiful. And then the equity piece is interesting. When we met recently with a funder to talk about what we're doing, and she really reflected back to us, what you're doing is an equitable means of power sharing in your company that is not typical. And you need to say that, you need to articulate that, because not only are you diverse, but this equity piece is really critical, really important, and isn't necessarily happening in that same way in other places. And we thought, yeah, that's true. We are doing that. And it kind of came naturally for us. But when you think about it and you think about the other companies doing work, not many operate in the same way of having everybody gets to take a turn spearheading a project. Everybody gets to play a different role, and we all come together and figure out what that is each time around.